Reaction at the scene was swift as well. Tensions in the crowd remained intense as police started their investigation. News on 6 reporter Katira Winfrey was on the scene the whole time and breaks down what the community had to say. Katira?
Terry, the scene looks a lot different than what we saw earlier today. And when we were here earlier, there were police cars, crime scene tape, so we would not be able to stand in this spot. But since we've been standing here, we've seen people come and go holding signs. So although the scene has cleared out, that sense of anger still lingers.
What all we trying to do is live. That's it. Can we live and be happy here on earth?
It's a combination of frustration, anger, and sadness spread across the people's faces.
I'm pissed off like everybody else around here is. They could have tased that man. He'd have been still alive now.
And with each deadly officer-involved shooting, those feelings sink in a little bit more.
In cold blood. I don't understand.
This time, Joshua Berry died. Sheldon Reason says in about 15 minutes, he saw Berry die.
They followed him all the way up to the store with their guns like this. They could have tased him. They didn't tase him, they just started shooting.
Witnesses say police followed Berry for at least a block. Even though he had 2 knives, some still say he shouldn't have died.
It's ways to keep that man breathing, but they took his whole life.
As each minute ticked by, the crowd grew, and so did the police presence. At one point, officers pulled out pepper ball guns, and backup showed up in riot gear.
Because this type of stuff is only the dividing people more. And then it's going to come to a point to where people is not going to don't trust law enforcement.
Like a yo-yo, the tension and crowd emotions fluctuated. Each explosion of emotion followed by a brief moment of calm, along with a very specific request.
This has got to stop, the excessive force. It got to stop.
And coincidentally, a community Stop the Killing and Start the Healing event was already scheduled before this. It takes place tomorrow at 46th in Hartford. It starts at noon. We're live on the scene on The Story in Tulsa. Katira Winfrey, News on 6.